Hello, and welcome to Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I'm Bridget. Thank you for joining me today. Whether you're new here or you've been around since my very beginning, I truly appreciate you coming by and spending some time with me. If you're looking for me anywhere on the internet, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me at my Facebook group page, or you can email me and reach me directly. Now, I would normally be telling you right here who got drawn for the cauldron winners, but that video has literally just been made and posted. So I have not yet drawn those people. So what I'm going to do is in the next video that posts after this one, I will give you 6 names, 3 for that one and 3 for this one here. And that's how we're going to have to do that one because I wanted to get this recorded so that I can feel comfortable wearing what I am wearing right now, tomorrow, while we are out and about. Now, I can't get up high enough for you to actually see me, but I will put in right here a picture of me wearing this top so that you can see what it is. Now, what it is made of is my hand spun yarn from what I had left after making the binding cord for the ceremony. And I decided, well, what better thing to do with it than make something cute for me to wear? Why not? Right? It wasn't quite enough to make something for both of us. And it's too nice of a yarn to make like a basket or something like that. So I decided to make a little shrug type top, something that just covers up the girls. So like when I'm on a live and I'm wearing a tank top, I can just throw it on and be just a little bit more modest to make those that are a little bit more sensitive to that more comfortable. So I also have a couple other things to show you. One other crocheted project. And now this is crocheted. There is absolutely no pattern to it. This is just something I decided to do. What I did was I chained a bunch. And I held it up and I'm like, yep, that's about right. And I did a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, all the way across. Then I decided, yep, that is the right length. And guess what? I got lucky and even had the exact amount of chains that I needed. No extra chains left over. Yay, yay. So I did 10 rows of this beautiful fuchsia pink or magenta pink. And knew I had less of that than I did of the gray. So I cut off and attached again at the top. First I did a third. I went, a third, tried it on, didn't like it. So I backed off to two less stitches. So it was, I went from 12 and 12 to 10 and 10 on each side. And I still was not happy with that. So I backed it off again and I went with 8 and 8. So I have 8 double crochet chain ones in the middle here, and then I chained all the way across and did 8 on this side. Then I kept going and did the same 10 rows on this side. I counted the center area as limbo. It didn't count for either side of the panel. And then I attached the gray and I did 10 rows. Then I decided that, well, I tried it on and it went, underneath the arms well. So I knew I was going to need a little more room for the ladies. They need a little extra space, So my first round with, after I finished the gray, I reattached the pink here. Let me be a little cheesy and just strip right in front of you. I, of course, have a tank top on. But I then attached the pink and went around. But I did a chain 3 because I knew I needed just a little bit more room for the ladies, like I said. and I kept going and did a chain 3 again at the other side. So when I went around the second time, I of course did my double, chain 1, double, chain 1, and kept going on the next side. So that attached it real nice. I was able to get, I think, was it 7 rounds? 7 rounds in total with the pink. And I attached the gray and did 7 rounds in that. I was like, well, you know, I'm getting pretty close, or I'm almost about to run out. And I did want to put just a little something on each side. I ended up doing 4 rounds, guesstimating the amount that I had in the ball, cut off, and did 4 rounds on the other side. This is what I have left of the gray. And this is what I have left of the pink. The gray, I will make another little tiny hank and put up with my other hand-spun mini hanks. And one day when I make something out of all my little minis, this will go into that as well. This one is a little too little for me to worry about. So, that is that. Isn't it absolutely adorable? I think so. And then, well, actually this was done first. This is out of the Hobby Universe yarn. Now, this yarn, I do believe it was a gift from my friend Ray over at Ray's Yarn Addiction. Ray is an amazing lady. She is so wonderful. If you guys don't know her, please do go over and check her out. This yarn was, like I said, it was a gift. I believe for last year for Christmas, we did a little Advent type swap. And this was one of the wonderful gifts, or not a swap. She sent me an Advent. That's right. She sent me an Advent last year, because I thought I was helping her to make Advents for other ones, and here she was being sneaky and planning one for me too. Love that woman. Let's get on with the yarn. It is a superfine #1. It is a 100-gram ball, 3.5 ounces, has 462 meters or 505 yards. They recommend a 3 to a 3.5 millimeter knitting needle and a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. It is designed in Denmark, made with love in Turkey, and let's see, it's 98% acrylic and 2% polyester. Now the 2% polyester is the sparkles in the yarn. I don't know if you can see them real well, but they are there. Absolutely beautiful yarn. Now I do need to block this little shawl yet, but again, there was absolutely no pattern. I started this while in the emergency room with the king. I had a ball of yarn and I had a hook. Unfortunately, my phone's internet is not working right now when I go out and about. So I just decided to start playing with stitches, and I first started with just simple double crochet, basic V formation for a shawl, and then I decided, well, I'm not getting very far with this and I'm running out of yarn. I wasn't going to pull it all back out, so I decided to throw in some filet at the end, and I think that worked out really beautifully. I think I'm going to use this as another stitch marker holder on the wall, because my beautiful shawl over here is getting quite full, as you may be able to see back here. And there's quite a few more that you can't see. And I'm hoping to be around for a long, long time yet. And I know that in that time, I will inevitably collect more stitch markers, whether I buy them or they are sent to me from my wonderful yarny friends. So, there we go. And I've been doing a bit of spinning. First, I decided, when I first started spinning, I didn't know, of course, how to chain ply, or all the things about spinning. And I did one spin where I had just a little bit left over, and I didn't know how to use it up, but I didn't want it on the bobbin. I needed the bobbin. So I caked it up, and it's been sitting around. Just a little bitty tiny cake. So the other day I was like, you know what? Let me chain ply that up real quick and make a mini for the mini collection. And I did just that. And there is the itty bitty cute little mini that I've had sitting around for the last year since I started spinning. And it has been officially 1 year that I've been spinning now. That milestone came up on my Facebook reminders, and I had to dance a little jig. It made me quite pleased. Also, from when I very first started spinning, I started on the e-wheel. Some of you may know, some of you may not. And it wasn't for me. The e-wheel is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I wanted the more hands-on, fully reliant on myself kind of spinning that is provided by a wheel or a drop spindle. Drop spindle was a little too slow for me. I do want one very bad for when we're out and about and I can't take, my beautiful Athena, but I will eventually have one. I had a bobbin with this beautiful fiber, very poorly spun onto it. Like I said, it was my very first try. I didn't do very well, but I tried. This is what I had, and I decided to chain ply it. It is very, very overspun in spots. It is very floofy in other spots. It broke a million times as I was chain plying it, but it was fun to finally get it done. And it will make something very beautiful or go into my little mini project because, well, that's not much more than a mini. Also, I spun up the other yarn that I had dyed with in one of my experiments last couple weeks ago. I did long draw for the single and then I chain plied it. This should end up being where it stripes, micro stripes or whatever. It would do better if it was knitted, but crocheted, that should still, if you make a narrow project, make a really nice self-striping yarn. That was a lot of fun too. And then I also spun up 2 more of the experiment. I have 1 more ball of this fiber left. One of these has left the building. It left and went with the pink and blue and purple. They made a very beautiful pair, and I think that they would make something very lovely put together or by themselves. I have named them, and to see what their names are, please go over and check out the Alaska Crafter Jan. She will be opening those, I'm sure, once she gets them in the mail. So keep an eye out and you will be able to see the pair that she picked out and the names that were chosen for them. And I will link Jan down below. But, the 2 little minis that I got. I'm not sure which one came from which one, but quite happy with those. All right, everybody, I'm going to hop on out of here, try to finish the toe of this sock off so that I can cast on the next sock and work on that while at the doctor's tomorrow with the king. Well, today with the king, as you're seeing this anyways. All right, until next time, I truly hope that you are crafting your happiness. And bye for now.